Welcome to the inaugural Quoraverse presented by Social Samosa in partnership with Quora. This evening we delve into Quora Ads and digital marketing strategies with Social Samosa's digital marketing expertise and Quora's unique platform connecting question seekers with experts. Get ready to unlock insights that will elevate your campaigns. Now, I might be an unfamiliar personality up here talking your ears off, but it's time to invite someone who brings a profound understanding of digital landscape and will set the perfect tone for tonight's discussions. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the opening address, please welcome with a big round of applause Mr. Gurmeet Singh, General Manager, Quora, Asia Pacific and Middle East.
Thank you everyone for coming in today. Quick question. Which is the best place on the planet to find the best answers? Obviously, your laughter says it all. Quora is the place to find the best answers. And once again, warm welcome to all of you to Quoraverse, which is, our first event in India, and it's happening in Gurgaon. We'll have this in Mumbai and then Bangalore as well. So warm welcome again. Coming to Quora, we all know about Quora. A few things about it. Quora is a 14-plus-year-old company, and it's very, very well known, of course, for knowledge sharing and also for its, machine learning, what it adopted in its early days. That's kind of, getting elevated to AI now, and Quora is keeping abreast with the times out there as well. We started Quora in India about a little over 4 years ago. I joined Quora as the first employee, and then we set up teams in Delhi, Bombay and Bangalore, and it's been a good journey for 4 years plus. And what better time to get together now, because the first 2 years were COVID, and then as we kind of gradually grew, what better time than now to kind of get together and celebrate and also kind of learn and also kind of share knowledge. Quora, as you know, is a platform where we share knowledge and we also get to learn. So that's the theme of today's event as well. All of you who are here are people who've been associated with Quora in some way or the other over the last 4 years. So thank you very, very much for that. So what we do today is we'll use this occasion to kind of share some success stories about Quora, how it works, and also it would be a good learning for all of us in the room as well. So we have esteemed panelists who will come and speak and share their stories, and that would be in the spirit of Quora. Also, it's a great occasion to kind of celebrate and recognize all the impactful campaigns that we've had over the last year, and the clients and agencies that are responsible for that. So on that note, let's get ahead with the event, and thank you all.
Good evening everyone, and welcome to Quoraverse. My name is Nitin Patil. I head the business for Quora in India. I have Swati Vashist, Customer Success Manager at North. We have two exceptional individuals who have made a significant mark in the field of marketing. We all are here today to discuss harnessing the current trends in digital and social media marketing. So first, let me introduce you to Aman Kocher. He's the Managing Partner and the Chief Growth Officer at Motivator. He has worked with different agencies within Group M. He worked with Wavemaker, Mindshare and Mediacom. He, along with his team, are in collaboration with us for World Gold Council, which is an international trade association for the gold industry based out of UK. So welcome, Aman.
Thank you.
So we have Rupender Singh with us, founder and the Chief Business Officer for Think ROI. He has worked with companies like Ventus Avenues, Hungama and Reliance Digital. Along with Rupender, we work with the client called AMD, which is a leading semiconductor company grown into a global organizations for setting modern computing. Right. So welcome, Rupender.
Thank you, Nitin.
So Rupender, my first question is to you. Okay. At Think ROI, you have been working on multiple platforms in digital and social media. So could you share some insights of considering Quora as the platform in your media mix for AMD?
Very good evening, everyone, and many congratulations to Quora for their first Quoraverse. I'm here on behalf of Piyush Sehgal, Marketing Manager at AMD. Just to give you a brief insight on what AMD does. So most of the folks that when we brief them, they always ask, what does AMD do? So AMD is a product in product and a service in service. You don't procure AMD directly, right? So AMD has two BUs. So they have B2B line of business where they have a commercial, which is providing pro books to businesses. Then they have server BU, and then they have cloud BU. So this is one that they have. Then they have B2C segment also, where they have a consumer pod, they have a components pod, and so the end audience for B2B business for AMD is reaching out to business decision makers and IT decision makers. So that's their goal for all their campaigns. And what they do for business as usual is they do all the full funnel campaigns, end goal being for every business generating leads, MQLs and SQLs for their sales team to be supported to the T, right? Now, in the full funnel campaigns that AMD drives, so there was a gap in their marketing funnel. So, which was where do they find business decision makers and IT decision makers having conversations with some key opinion leaders and getting to know about the queries that they have. So all the searches that we know, they search with they start with search engines. And if you right now also, if you search that which is the best processor, a processor powered by Intel or processor powered by AMD, right? So you'll find Quora gives you that answer in multilingual way. So it does that, right? So we did a dipstick. We did a dipstick with closed in a closed environment with a couple of business decision makers and couple of IT DMs. So this was something which was led by Piyush in 2021. So he found that gap. He saw that we need to be present where these conversations are happening. And as the data suggests that there are around 140 million users who consume technology as the topic. And out of that, 17 million are B2B conversations. And to add to that, there are 33% of these audiences are business decision makers. So this helped us to create a niche and create a point for ourselves to make Quora part of our media plans starting 2021. So that has been the key to us, and the results have been very encouraging when we've seen all the end results and KPIs of the campaign, whether it is the time spent that Quora consumers have, Quora users have consumed our AMDhub.in or AMD.com. And so that has been the key, and we've expanded from there.
Great, Rupinder. You rightly said, Quora lies perfectly within that social and search platform, right? We are in that space where people are actively, browsing content on the platform. At the same time, they come with an intent and search for those topics, keywords, and those interests. So that's where the journey starts with a search, and people come and passively also browse on the platform. So great insights. I think that makes Quora a very relevant platform for marketeers to have on board. So thanks for sharing those insights.
Thank you.
So firstly, welcome to Quoraverse, Aman.
Thank you.
So taking the relevancy conversation forward, as an agency, you have plenty of platform options for advertising. Yeah. So can you please share some insights as to how did you find Quora relevant for WGC?
Absolutely. So first of all, hearty congratulations to Team Quora on their first Quoraverse. And I think World Gold Council typically is a council which does not really have a sales agenda, but what they do at an overall umbrella level is to popularize the use of gold. Now, as India, we are no strangers to gold because gold is equal to jewelry as far as our country is concerned. However, our key task on for what we chose a lot of platforms was how do you ensure or how do you sort of take the consumer to gold as an investment. So therefore, this whole category of whether it is exchange traded funds, whether it is sovereign funds or sovereign bonds which the government of India issues, how do you talk to consumers and tell them gold as an investment is a very valuable investment in the times to come. So here, what we have seen very clearly is in categories where there is a lot of behavioral change to be brought about, there is also a lot of information asymmetry. Typically, what it means is the supply of information is far slower than the demand for it. Given that situation, our opportunity here was how do you position your brand as a in the high ground and say this is a brand which can provide you with credible information with respect to gold as an investment. So given all the bouquet of solutions that Quora had, and most importantly the audience which they have, which is here to gather information, assess, evaluate, and finally take a decision of whether to buy a category or a service, it appeared to be a very good platform to be on. And that is where our journey with Quora started. We used a whole bouquet of solutions, and I think we had some very great results when it came to discussions, when it came to assessments, and a lot of consumer conversations with respect to gold as an investment. So that's where it is.
Yeah, very well said, Aman. Actually, WGC's brand profile has become a thought leader in itself in and finance, personal finance, stocks. The categories that we target are huge. The communities are huge on Quora. So I think very well said. WGC has made a lot of impact.
So Rupinder, AMD, which is a leader in adaptive computing, you rightly mentioned that they have microprocessors which caters to multiple categories like consumer durables in the laptop category. You have small businesses which look at from startups to a mid-size organization, and then you have the large enterprises also which look at server capacities, right? So with so many multiple verticals and one brand name, what strategies did you adopt to diversify these verticals on the platforms?
Sure. So see, it was more of the sales job than getting the Quora to be featured in rest of the plans. It was more of a sales job on the lighter note. But the results that we received from the success that we got from from executing all these campaigns for commercial BU. So that gives us give us a lot of insight in terms of that how the consumer is giving, what engagement rate we are receiving, what has been the time spent of the consumer that has come to our website. So these are some of the key metrics which are then featured in the quarterly report. These quarterly reports are shared globally. The learnings are shared across BUs. So somewhere the internal selling happens inside AMD. They share the learnings, the good learnings, what has worked, what has not worked. And banking on this, what we did was that our goal was to understand the various ad types and properties that Quora has. Now, identification of these properties, pitching the right solution to the objective that every BU has. So, for example, when we expanded from commercial to consumer, we knew that 70% of the audience in tech is relevant for us. And they are the business decision makers when it will come to the purchase also. They are somebody who adopt technology 58 times more than rest of the consumers. So these insights, when the rationals are in place and explaining it to the brand managers and digital managers at AMD, it makes our job easy. Also, the insights that Quora team provides after the campaign has been executed, and the learnings then when they're deciphered, that helps us stay within the ambit of all the marketing funnels that they have to execute. So that helps in a great way. Yeah.
Thanks, Rupinder. Thanks for sharing those insights. Obviously, technology is the most top topic on Quora. We have about 140 million users who come to discuss about the new age technologies like AI, machine learnings, and now the LLMs, which have made the talk up of the topics. So that's where technology is one of the biggest talking points. Obviously, decision makers within organizations do come and check for what is happening across. So that influences the decision makers in small businesses and large enterprises. That's where the time spent, as you rightly mentioned, increases because they get relevant answers
Yes.
to what questions they have, and it helps them make better decisions.
Also Nitin, the confidence that we got from all the campaigns that we had done. So AMD was so sure about the properties and the ad types and how they work with this audiences. They were confident enough to do things with their for their co-marketing activities also. So we've recently done a campaign which was AMD and Microsoft Windows 11. So we've done that as well.
Yes.
And that was a different ad type altogether. It was more of lead gen. So that also worked for us. So these insights, I think, once they're published in the right way, they're discussed at length. So that makes our job easy to expand to other BUs.
True, Rupender. Obviously, different ad formats have their own charm to it. The image and text ads are, straight on face, and helps them make a decision and move to the landing page for a lead generation to understand what they can do. At the same time, building that thought leadership through business profile for the ITDMs and the smaller businesses, because they would love to know more about the product and the service which you're going to provide. So that helps across. So certainly different ad formats on different port, help you to get the right audiences captured. So thanks for sharing that.
Pleasure.
Well, I have another one for you. So, while the majority of investors still opt for the traditional methods of investing, right, like mutual funds, stock options, shares, etc., against gold, what strategies did WGC implement to successfully, spread awareness about gold investment on Quora?
So I think the answer is two-pronged. I think the marketing task was also very clear that the first one was that gold as an asset class required a certain amount of attention. And the layer two of this conversation was that within gold, after you've told them about gold as an investment, how do you then go forward and say which of the instruments are going to be good for you in the long run? So whether it's a government backed fund or whether it is a exchange traded fund, what is going to be good for you? So therefore, when we used promoted answers and promoted replies for FAQs, because we saw there is a whole lot of barrage of questions which come, which usually used to go unanswered on what should I buy, how should I buy, and how do I implement that buying. So we internally also backtested a lot of work to say that, like you see a lot of mutual fund ads saying, if had you invested XYZ years ago, your corpus would have been so much. So therefore, we had to sort of replicate that for gold also to create certain statistics and then make a more compelling case. On top of that, I think the whole leverage we got using the business handle was quite phenomenal because it added to the whole credibility perspective of what we were trying to tell our consumers. So I think that was a very interesting part.
Yeah, very rightly said, Aman. Actually, WGC did use the business profile in a very right manner, like answering the queries on Quora. So people come on Quora during their research phase when they are looking to, find potential ways of investment. Like like you said, right? Even a beginner, somebody who's just starting their career and they want to learn more about what sort of investments should I do. And I think WGC has rightly caught that at that point of time, that sort of audience, and spread more awareness about gold investments. So yeah, I think very well placed. And like I said earlier as well, WGC's brand profile has earned a lot of views. I think over 5 to 10 million views in a very short span of time in last 1 year. So
That's
I
correct.
think that has really helped a lot.
That's correct. Also, I think the challenge which we were seeing was that gold investments in India aren't growing at the same pace as other investments.
Correct.
Therefore, we know that right now gold is lagging behind. But keeping in mind what we are doing for it, I think it should gradually catch up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, with these meaningful insights shared here today on current trends in social media marketing, I would like to conclude this discussion by thanking our esteemed panelists Aman and Rupinder for their time and presence for this event. It was really a pleasure to have you both here on stage with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you, Rupendra.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to take a short break from the talks and shift to something more rhythmic. It's time for our drum circle activity. This high energy performance is sure to invigorate everybody. Now, with a big round of applause, welcoming on stage Indi Shala. Well, now that you all have rehearsed that how to clap and how to tap, we shall be welcoming our moderators first. Please put your hands together as I invite the moderators. Please give it up for Sumit Anand and Paroma Dayal, all the way from Quora, India. Up next is our panelist. Please welcome Akriti Sinha from Gus Global Services. And completing the panel is Purnima Rai from ETS.
Hey, thank you very much. I would say such a remarkable energy level. Guys, like, rocked it. I mean, really enjoyed. And I'm sure you guys definitely would have enjoyed as well. Okay, what we have over here today. So we have this section, which is we have where we have our panelists Purnima and Akriti with us. We'll have the conversation and we have few questions, and we'll basically take their views. So first, quickly, a quick introduction. So about me, I'm Sumit Anand, business head for North and East region. With me, I have Paroma Dayal, a senior client partner, also managing the North and East region. And today we have two of the most well-known brands in the country. We have Purnima Rai with us, senior marketing director marketing at ETS India. If I were to talk about Purnima has vast experience in wide variety of fields. She started her career in banking and later moved on and worked with organizations like Visit Britain, Deals Group Media, Aircel, Oxford University Press, and now leading the marketing at ETS India. On the other hand, we have Akriti Sinha, Deputy Director Marketing at Gus Global Services. Akriti has vast experience where she has worked with organizations like Isobar, Creative India, Ogilvy and Mather, and have also worked with ArcelorMittal managing the corporate communication. We welcome both of you. And in this section, we are going to have their perspective about their respective domain, that is education. And education to everyone who are maybe not really aware about the Quora platform. So education is one of the top verticals on the platform where we have more than 10 million questions and more than 25 million answers on the platform. Now, without taking much more time, I think I've spoken a lot. Just quickly now, I will just get onto the interesting part of the section, which is the question and answer. And we'll quickly start. So we'll start with you, Purnima. We have our first question, which is like, with the increasing interest of students pursuing studies abroad, how did TOEFL position itself on the Quora platform to bridge the gap and spread knowledge and awareness?
So like you just said, education is a very big vertical for Quora. So looking at that and the fact that you have an 18 to 34 year target audience group. So that is why ETS decided that they must participate on the Quora platform. And that is why we launched the ETS India brand a year back in February 2023. And we basically have two product lines, the TOEFL and the GRE. So we were basically using the Quora platform to answer student queries, like, about exam preparation, strategies, what are the prep material available, and I think Quora provided us all the platform for answering all those kind of queries. And I think that you gave us a lot of insights also, because we got to know what are the kind of questions students were asking, and we created a lot of content around it. So I think that overall, I think it helped us build our brand profile, and our sentiment analysis grew by 30%. So thanks to Quora.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Purnima. That's actually great to know that. See, of course, we provided the insights, but it's a great way that, the brand TOEFL has actually captured it in the right way and utilized in the best form.
Thanks.
Over to my colleague, Paroma.
So, hi Akriti. Hi Paroma. Welcome to Quoraverse. So, congratulations to you guys again and the
Thank
whole
you very
Quora
much.
team on your first Quoraverse. Great. So, I have a question for you, and very interesting and very, very relevant to the entire education space and marketing scenario today. So, we would love to understand from you, in today's time, a student looking to pursue higher education has multiple options available to him within India. Now, how did Pearl utilize Quora as a platform to change brand perception? So, if you could just help us with your entire journey as to how Pearl started and what all did you use on Quora, we would love to understand from you. So, you know what, Parama Smith, we have been as Pearl Academy around for 30 years now. We were primarily known as a fashion institute, and I won't really say very recently, but we were dealing with a very unique brand perception problem. And as you know, answers on Quora stay evergreen. So once you go on Quora and you are going to read about a brand, and especially, we were tackling with, we were basically dealing with parents and students here who are going to invest their future with you for 4 years in creative education. So we were dealing with a very unique problem, which is that there was a narrative which was probably true for maybe 8-9 years back. And we have evolved much more since then, right? And we really wanted the audience, or at least the viewers, to go ahead and know about us, or at least the prospective students, whoever our target audience was, all about Pearl Academy. So just keeping this in mind, what we dealt with was, two-pronged approach. One was obviously for more enhanced visibility. We had our brand ambassadors, our student ambassadors going ahead and, tackling with all the questions that were there. But thanks to you and the team, I think back in 2021 is when we started. We selected, or we got together all the kind of questions that were there around Pearl Academy. What is it that was leading to that brand perception about Pearl Academy? So we went ahead, we selected all the questions, and through the use of promoted answers, where we could tell our story as a brand. Because as we said, that we have evolved. Creative education industry, education itself has evolved so much. And with everything that we had to offer. So all the important questions like, does Pearl Academy give out a degree? Yes, we do give out a UGC recognized degree. Is Pearl Academy only offering fashion, or does it also have interior design? Pearl Academy today offers all the courses under creative gamut. And we went ahead and we created questions, promoted answers around the fact that we give out fashion, design, communication design, film, gaming, everything. And I mean, that really did help us a lot. And what we figured out, that thankfully through our brand profile, the right kind of information was going out to the students with the right kind of facts and figures. It wasn't really only hearsay or just, 1 or 2 negative sentiment content. And with all the questions and answers that we, especially with the promoted answers that we could use, we garnered about 20 million views altogether. So that really helped us quite a lot. Definitely, like I would love to highlight, this is one of our best ad units, and content marketing definitely helps. Pearl has optimized promoted answers in the best way. You guys have done a great job by not only answering queries of your TG about credibility, about the courses that you guys offer, what is the admission structure like, fees, and overall from a holistic perspective, which has definitely helped increasing your share of voice, that we have noticed. The overall sentiment analysis on the platform, like you mentioned, I think it's been a great journey. And I think with each, campaign, what we like as partners, what I have noticed, and when we, plan campaigns, we identify the trending questions on.
Just going to come on to that. Yeah. You know, the trending questions, because it's not only related to, let's say, what a student is interested in, right? What are the top universities? What are the top institutes that are going ahead and offering? What is the course structure like? What is, is technology a part of whatever it is that you are teaching? So everything, all the top trending questions which the students are asking, which most importantly the parents are asking, we were able to go ahead and optimize our answer. I mean, basically get the right answers out there with the right kind of links. And, as I said, especially with the analysis, the sentiment bit, the sentiment analysis bit, what we started off with was a bit of a negative sentiment, if I would say, or it was just lying there. But through using our ambassadors and, seeding the right kind of answers where, let's just say the students, were giving out honest answers in terms of, hey, this is what my campus experience was like. This is what the teachers are like. This is what my admission process was like, everything that you wanted to understand. Is there a hostel? Yes, there are hostels with all the campuses. So I think all the answers were given out by our ambassadors as well. So, both of them put together did result into a good, huge jump in terms of positive sentiment analysis.
Perfect, and absolutely agreed with you, Akriti, on this. Over to you, Sumit.
Thank you. All right, so my next question to you, Purnima, what creative content formats and strategies did you employ on Quora to engage with your target audience that drive results?
Thanks, Sumit. So I think thanks to you all, we used all the content formats. I think, right from promoted answers to image ads, to text ads, to video ads, every content format was utilized. I think what worked best for us was promoted answers. And like Pearl Academy, we got almost 22 million views of promoted answers. And I think very surprising, but last month we got about 9% CTR on our promoted answers. That is very high. I think usually on an average it was 4 to 5%, but last month it was 9%. So I think looking at that, I think it's very heartening. And, we are adding more questions on Quora, trying to build up the profile there. And apart from that, to build engagement, we are running all our tactical campaigns. So using image ads and video ads for our tactical campaigns, and, webinars, master classes to build lead generation. Apart from that, we've also given Quora specific code. So if a person uses a Quora code, they get extra discount. So, for the TOEFL and the GRE test. Apart from that, I think recently we've launched the TOEFL Olympiad with you all, and the TOEFL Olympiad is something new that ETS has launched. So children who take a TOEFL quiz and a TOEFL test along with it can win up to 15 lakhs.
Thank you for sharing your valuable insights. Actually, yes, to everyone, the best way to utilize the Quora platform is to answer the questions which are about your brand. Both TOEFL and Pearl have actually done that, very, very strategically answers those questions, and it's actually giving a valuable information to the user.
That's true. Actually, that is right. So they are getting, I think people are engaging, and that is why, 22 views and 9% CTR, that shows that people are engaging. They're liking the content that is being put there. So I think that's good. I think, and video ads and image ads are good, I think, because people like to see image and they engage better with it. So I think that, those are very good formats for us as well. Yeah, thanks.
Over to you, my colleague, Paroma.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Akriti, would love you to throw some light on your experience about targeting. Now, why I ask you this question is that we know today targeting is in fact a very important aspect for advertisers today, right? So how did Pearl use Quora's unique targeting capabilities to reach your desired audience and achieve your campaign goals?
So, as I said that we were dealing with a very separate problem, which was the brand perception one. And, we had already used the promoted answers bit. So what we really focused on was the contextual targeting and the behavioral targeting. as a student, or students who are out there who basically are doing the research in terms of the kind of careers that they should be choosing, and they themselves are very confused. So what is Pearl Academy? Maybe from in North we are pretty much strong. We also have a good foothold in West, and now in South as well. So we have a lot of students asking questions like, is Srishti better, or is this better, naming our competitors, or even with the courses, the kind of courses that were coming. So we basically went in terms of choosing the right kind of topics, going ahead and targeting that. And then we went even deeper in terms of the behavior, because when it comes to creative courses, you have all the creative gamut of courses that are existing out there in various permutations and combinations. So that was a bit tricky, but we did navigate through it, and we did target the right kind of keywords as well right there. So whether it was interior designing, whether it is interior architectural designing, or whether it is communication design, whether it is VFX and gaming, and now with gaming comes another set of words. So I think we went about that way, and with that we could capture almost all the students interested in their creative fields, and the kind of answers that they are looking at. So we went about that way, and I think that really helped us.
I think, the best thing about Quora as a platform is that when we give customized solutions to our brands, like you come with a campaign objective, and you tell us that this is your target audience. So we have very unique targeting opportunities available on the platform. Contextual is definitely the biggest of them. And on Quora, like Sumit rightly mentioned, education is one of our biggest topics, or one of our biggest verticals. So from education overall as a topic, to college and universities, to even studying abroad, to admissions, to placements, these are larger topics. What we do when you do a campaign with us, we identify these topics for you guys on Quora. Our system, our Quora ad manager, identifies these topics, and we do unique and precise targeting for you all. Now, Quora as a platform is a high intent marketing platform. Now, when anybody comes to Quora as a consumer, like from a perspective of a consumer behavior, they come here even if they don't follow a topic, like they come here to research, to evaluate, and from an education perspective to evaluate colleges, to courses. So when people come here and they show interest in specific courses like you mentioned, so under behavioral we do interest targeting. We divide it into we further make it precise that in a month what was the behavior like, what was the interest like. So I think we together have optimized these targeting opportunities very well on Quora.
No, absolutely. And as I said, that's, since there were so many diverse topics and you said interest, we were very, I think, closely monitoring the engagement part of it.
Yes.
As to who is engaging, how do we go ahead and we engage with these people as well with the right kind of information. And like ETS as well, we have basically created the highest benchmark within the education category on Quora as well.
My next question to both of you, and you can be elaborative to your marketing strategies, and we are all here to kind of grab those unique,
all here to
confidential information.
Strategies of our brand.
Okay, so in the era of digital transformation, what are the most innovative marketing strategies you are employing to reach your target audience?
So I think yes, marketing is evolving, and it's now MarTech, marketing and technology. So that's what it is pegged at. So I think that for us, the audience is a Gen Z audience. So anybody above 16 years of age looking to study abroad is our audience. And today that the Gen Z audience attention span is very less. So less than that of a goldfish, they say, less than 8 seconds. So you need to catch them. And you need to have innovative content formats. So we are investing a lot in creating innovative content formats to make it more viral, to make it more shareable, etc. And also we've been using AI. So we are using AI for creating content, videos. So that is the latest thing, because I think that, with AI you can create creatives very fast, and it is, and you can even test it out and market it. So I think for us AI is the buzzword. We've been using it for creating content, images, videos, etc., and also in our product. So we've been using AI for our for assessments. So in TOEFL, if you give the TOEFL test today, 2 of your scores come instantly. That's because we are using AI assessments. And similarly, also we have a TOEFL test ready platform. So we are giving personalized content to people using AI. We are able to personalize the content. So if you're interested in reading or you are finding reading difficult, it personalizes the journey accordingly and it gives you content basis that. So in our company, I mean, for ETS, AI and is the latest buzzword, and we are using AI very effectively. In fact, we have an ethical conference. So because there is a lot of ethics involved with the misuse of AI, so so we've got a worldwide conference. The first time ETS is hosting it in the US. So this is all. I think from our side, I think we are looking to see how we can, apart from MarTech, in the sense that we use a lot of technology in marketing and with CRM systems, etc. But I think AI is the latest buzzword for us.
Nice. That's nice to know. Akriti, how is, if we may know your strategies?
Yeah. So I mean, Poonima rightly said, it's not marketing anymore, it's MarTech. And I think it's not digital also anymore, it's mostly AI. So, what automated things are you doing? What is, and how are you in building AI? I would firstly say, in terms of marketing strategies, obviously there are many other social media platforms also available where we are, present, and we keep on engaging with the audience. But in terms of nurturing automation, we've also automated almost all our marketing journey. So right from a student, when they are in the ZMod stage, we go ahead right from the research, we start nurturing them. They are very customized. Thankfully, all our strategies do allow us to go ahead and customize and personalize every student's answers and whatever information that they are looking for. And not only just student, here their parents are also involved, which are very, very important category for us. So we speak to both parents and students. Now, when it comes to just otherwise, in terms of how are we going ahead in marketing, I would just like to say, like, Gen Z is obviously our TG as well. The good thing is the Gen Zs are with us. They are studying with us in our college. So they are our content creators. So, before, I think even ChatGPT or Midjourney became like a buzzword, we already had heard from our students. We had already, inbuilt it into our curriculum. So we have to keep up with them because we are evolving and we are evolving with them. The competition landscape is also, again, it's pretty vast and it is not obviously locally here, it's international level. Everybody is looking there. So we also did like a thought leadership event. It's called What's Next, which is what's next for the education industry with AI. And what we actually figured out was, through various dialogues, and we had a world-renowned speakers as well going ahead and discussing this, we figured out that AI is the co-pilot that you need in terms of driving all your strategies that are there. So we are co-piloting with our students, and yes, we are using all sort of innovative formats. It's just that they are ahead of us, and it's good that they are the content creators. They are, speakers, and they are the ones who going ahead and taking all the content marketing, the right kind of formats forward for us.
Thank you so much to both of you, Poonima and Akriti, for sharing all the insights. Definitely, if I need to summarize this, we've had a great partnership. I think everything about this conversation says that. And you guys have optimized and utilized Quora in the best possible way. Just to highlight this and reiterate this, definitely education is one of our biggest verticals, from targeting to using, the right ad units on the platform. I think we have nailed it together. So yes, so looking forward to a great evening. And yes, thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Well, a big thank you to all our panelists. Thank you very much for the insights. As we continue to explore the depths of digital marketing, or now known as MarTech, it's time to recognize some of the most impactful campaigns on Quora. Tonight, we honor advertisers who have brilliantly utilized Quora's capabilities to achieve their goals. Let's applaud their creativity and success as we learn about their campaigns. And to present the first set of honor rolls, please welcome Mr. Akhil Sethi, Head of Digital Marketing at Herman, India. All right, the first recipient of the honor roll used Quora to connect with prospective students globally, offering valuable language prep insights. Their campaign succeeded by addressing their audience's specific needs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for ETS. Let's welcome Ms. Purnima Rai, Senior Marketing Director, to accept the honor roll. Well, a big shout out to ETS for understanding that every achievement is the result of a collective effort. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Team ETS. Our next honor roll recipients campaign for AMD India targeted tech enthusiasts on Quora, proving it's an ideal platform for launching new tech products. Their precise targeted contribution to the success of the campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, please welcome Think ROI. And to receive the honor roll, we have Mr. Rupinder Singh, founder and CBO. ROI. Think ROI. Honor roll engaged with aspiring designers and artists on Quora for Pearl Academy, answering key career questions. This approach built a community of informed and motivated applicants. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, please give it up for Gus India Pearl Academy. Welcoming Akriti Sinha, Deputy Director, Marketing, and the entire team that's present here. Our next recipient partnered with WGC using Quora to discuss wealth management and investment strategies. This effectively reached financially savvy users. Please give it up for Motivator Group WGC. And we have Mr. Aman Kocher, Managing Partner and Chief Growth Officer, accepting the honor roll. Let's welcome the gentleman with a big round of applause. Final honor roll for this particular set. Engaged Quora users interested in astrology, offering personalized responses to demystify the subject. This approach increased engagement and trust. Please welcome Team Astro Talk. We have Mr. Puneet Gupta, founder and CEO, along with his team joining us on the stage. The recipient of our next honor roll utilized Quora to educate potential investors about unique investment opportunities. Their clear and expert investment offerings made the campaign successful. With a big round of applause, please give it up for Grip Invest Technologies Private Limited. Welcoming Mr. Ved Agarwal, CMO, on the stage. The recipient of the next honor roll used Quora to connect with the automotive community for the launch of their XC40 luxury SUV. By showcasing the model features, they increased brand visibility on the platform. Please give it up for Team Volvo. Let's welcome Mr. Anuj Somani, Senior Marketing Manager. Our next recipient leveraged Quora to connect with PC gamers, influencers, and content creators to drive awareness about the new Omen laptops. Please welcome Kanika Sharma, Digital Media Activation Lead and Media Manager from HP. Campaign for Jazeera Airways took off by addressing travel and aviation queries, boosting customer trust through transparent communication. With a big round of applause, let's give it up for DDB Mudra, Jazeera Airways. Let's give it up for Ms. Niharika Dixit. Well, I do have some more tricks up my sleeves to grab your attention and to motivate you to clap a little bit louder. But now I'm going to leave that on your discretion. Ladies and gentlemen, we are headed towards the final set of honor rolls. And to present these, please welcome Mr. Gurmeet Singh, General Manager, Quora, the recipient of the first honor roll for the final set. Strategically used Quora to discuss hygiene products with thoughtful content, building connections with health-conscious consumers. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Uni Charm. We have Ms. Shreya Singh, the Marketing Manager, accepting the honor roll on behalf of the team. The recipient of the next honor roll excelled on Quora by providing financial advice and engaging users seeking smart investment strategies. With a big round of applause, please welcome Mr. Paras Rawat, Assistant Marketing Manager, IND Money. Well, look at that. That's my favorite person in the entire room. I love your energy. I hope it's infectious and rubs on the entire audience. Our next recipient generated buzz by engaging with potential students and parents, addressing questions about higher education and campus facilities. With a big round of applause, please give it up for at Global 360, lovely professional university. We have Ms. Richa Mehra, AVP Business and Strategy, along with the team accepting the honor roll. And last but not least, our final recipient engaged with aspiring students in energy and engineering sectors, providing valuable content to guide their career paths. Let's give it up for Team GUS India UPES. We have Ms. Stuti Gandhi, Deputy Director Marketing, joining us on the stage to accept the honor roll. Then we have certain gentlemen from the team. But before we start, well, I must encourage everyone to offer their loudest cheer, loudest round of applause, whistles, claps, do whatever you may for the winners. Good evening. As we're about to switch gears and move towards some well-deserved celebration, I know each one of us deserves that. Let's pause for a quick recap of our fantastic journey tonight. And this is our inaugural Quoraverse event, so we are quite excited about this. I hope you enjoyed the evening too. So it's been a whirlwind of insights and innovations, and I can't let us wrap up without sharing some highlights and key takeaways. So our panel discussion today ventured into new territories of digital marketing strategies. Here's a subtle but powerful insight. Authenticity and value aren't just a part of a lingo we toss around anymore. They are a backbone of genuine engagement for us. This approach resonates deeply with our audience, transforming passive viewers with active participants, and they are essentially our loyal advocates. As we craft our future campaigns, embedding real value and maintaining authenticity should be at the forefront of our campaign. A big cheers to all the honor roll winners for the most impactful campaign on Quora. These savvy marketers have really nailed it, turning clever answers into awesome results. So maybe we can steal something from their playbook today? A shout out to the wonderful community here today that has gathered tonight, and a heartfelt thank you to Social Samosa for your partnership. This team is really dynamic, and I must say the work today is nothing short of spectacular. To our dynamic speakers and panelists, your expertise has not only enlightened us, but also inspired us to think and rethink our approach today. And to you, our engaged audience, your curiosity and enthusiasm have been true stars of the show. You are the reason why platforms like Quora thrive. Your quest for knowledge helps us grow together. And as we look forward, let's use these insights from today not just as reflections, but as beacons guiding our next steps in this ever-evolving digital landscape. So let's carry these insights and inspirations into our networking today. And thank you once again for being here. Thank you so very much for being a part of this event. Thank you for taking our time, which I am sure is out of a very busy schedule, gracing the occasion, being here with us and charting the discord of a more informed and inspired decision making. Ladies and gentlemen, before I thank you all and ask you to Let's quickly welcome all the honor roll winners, presenters, and Quora and Social Samosa representatives on the stage for a group picture.